And it's worth noting that anywhere where Paul is writing addressing the fact that Jesus was here physically in a physical body, this is him combating Gnosticism, okay? Because even in the days of Paul, fancy that, right? The gospel didn't get very far outside of Israel before it started being influenced by other cultures and other philosophies. And the Gnostics believed that Yeshua was not here in a physical body. Okay, some of what they taught was that because everything physical is abhorrent, so naturally someone like Yeshua would be here in a spiritual form, but not really a physical body. So that's why we see Paul hammering in here that yes, there was a physical man that was here. And you looked like you wanted to say something.
Not on what you're. As soon as you're done, I was just going to touch on the last thing on Philippians 2. Continue though. Don't let me bother you.
Oh no. The only other thing I was going to say about that actually is reading the KJV. The way that one reads actually is just interesting. The KJV is the one that was translated directly to prove the Trinity, but. Again, when we're talking about him being in the name of God, right? So the KJV in verse 7 reads, but made himself of no reputation, right? He made himself of no reputation and took upon him the form of a servant and was made in the likeness of man. So again, this actually goes just in line with what you just read out of the CSB in the previous verse, right? Is that he didn't consider being equal with God something to be exploited, right? And so again, making himself of no reputation. He's not boosting his own reputation, right? Everything that he ever said was directed directly towards the Father, right? Which, if he is God already, what difference does it make? Why direct all attention towards the Father, which is exactly what he did? He almost always diverted attention from himself and directed it towards the Father, which is, it's interesting when you consider that the Trinitarian position is one that basically says, well, what's the difference, right? If you're worshiping Jesus, you're worshiping the Father, it's all the same thing. Yeshua, you take the opposite position, and
he said, what was it? Why do you call me good? There's only one who is good. Yeah.
There is none.
The only one who is good is the Father in heaven. Like if there were ever a blatant denial, it would be there.